Here's where the technician failed and caused this comeback. He did not do his post checks correctly. During your post checks, you verify the repair is good. Okay, in this video we'll be looking at the heater temperature. I've had the vehicle running for a few minutes and the engine coolant temp, according to my laptop over here, which you can't see in infrared, maybe. Oh, just barely. We're at 198 degrees on the engine, but we're only blowing out 86 degrees. Let's give up. We're going to do the rev up tune up, see if we got an air pocket, see if we can get some warmer air coming out of here. Oh, it's starting to warm up. I'm feeling it now. There's my warm air coming. Oh yeah, this vent's nice and warm. Yep, we have an air pocket in the system, possibly low coolant. Okay, let's reassess the situation. We did have an air pocket in the system. We put the vehicle into burp mode using the scan tool, and we used an airlift to purge the air pocket out and get the proper amount of coolant in. Here's where the technician failed and caused this comeback. He did not do his post checks correctly. During your post checks, you verify the repair is good. You put coolant in, you need to warm the vehicle up to operating temperature. Please turn on the heat. Do we have air coming out of these vents that is warm? Yeah, that's really good warm air. Not everybody has a thermal imager, but we have meat probes. Use those for AC, or you can just use your fingers, okay? Does it feel warm? My best method for judging if the heat coming out of the heater core is the correct temperature, the heat coming out of the vent is the correct temperature, is I call it a 5 count. If my hand is too hot to hold over that vent after about 5 seconds, then we're properly warmed up. If these vents are still cool, you'll have to give it the rev up tune up. Okay, a few snap throttles there. Maybe even hold it at about 2.5 RPMs. And get that water flowing through the engine. Warm the vehicle up. After we have the vehicle all warmed up at operating temperature, we want to turn it off. Pop the hood again. Gotta get the hood prop up. One-handed. Go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go. Nailed it. Okay. All right, this is the coolant overflow. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark the overflow tank. Right now it is about 4 inches from the top of the fill cap. I'm gonna let the vehicle just cool off for 10 minutes. That's all it really needs. Needs 10 minutes to just let the pressure in the system go down. It's gonna burp itself naturally with the radiator cap, and it's gonna draw in some fresh coolant. All right. That's part of a good post check. You can see my upper radiator hose. 120. We had 130 coming out of the heater core, didn't we? Let's look at the heater core lines. 155, 140. That's a decent difference. Let's look at my radiator again. Okay, upper hose. Okay, from the engine. Scoop them hot. 134-ish. Coming down the line. 130, 130, 130, 130, 130. Boom, cold spot right there. What do you think that cold spot is? That's trapped air. So there's charged air still in this system. Let's see if we can pick out the lower radiator hose. 110. Yeah. Now this vehicle does have an electronic thermostat on here, okay? It's referred to as a thermal valve body. That's why it's important with these thermal valve bodies. You have to put them in a sequence called burp mode. What that does is it opens up all the channels that the valve body operates and allows the trapped air in the system to get out. You'll be burping these electronic throttle bodies or electronic thermostats forever if you do not put them in burp mode. So every once in a while you're just going to get one of these cars that give you a headache, and this is my sequence of repair. I fire them up, I get them rip roaring hot. Sometimes I just go drive them around the block, I park them, I mark my overflow tank, and I see how much it's taking down. As soon as it stops taking down fluid, I know that I burped the system entirely. If you have thermal's a really great way to spot cold spots on your lines, okay? The technology is getting cheap enough that you can afford to get this. All right, $99 is about where these iPhone gadgets start at. The one that I'm using right now is the Flier Pro. For the iPhone, I paid $400. All right, so I've had the vehicle cooling down after it's been running hot. It's been 20 minutes. That's my mark. That's my mark on the overflow tank, and I was expecting it to take down some fluid, and it didn't take down any fluid. Let's check my temperatures. All right. Definitely looking better. Really like how all that looks. Let's go to our heater core hoses. There's our Innie 150. There's our Audi 144. That's beautiful. I like that. We're gonna come down here. We're gonna look at the lower radiator hose right now. 127, 128. That's not too bad since even the vehicle's been off. Heat rises, so I expected all this to be nice and scooping hot. All right, I'm really happy with the results. I'm gonna go ahead and let the car go.